and push defense.
You may now select
Some
your heroes.
aura building. Lycan, huh?
Okay. Interesting last pick from HellRaisers, though, but that's going to be able to put out a decent amount of pressure onto Team Spirit. I was about to say, HellRaisers, they can be pretty greedy with this final pickup because they didn't necessarily need much. They've got a decent draft all round, but they go for Lycan for the extra bit of pushing power and just a bit of threat in the team fights. It's something which can really close the gap on heroes like Shadowfiend and Ember.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, I see where they're coming from, right? With the against, you don't really get affected by the slow, and you can run it SF and. But I don't know. It's one of those melee heroes that just gets bullied. Like, is he gonna play against this Trilane? Is he gonna play against Veno? Like, where is he laning? And he also does not want to lane in Trilanes. Really, he benefits a lot from having experience early on. So I don't know if this is gonna work out. If he does get to a lot of items, then maybe, yeah. But I feel like it's gonna be hard for him to get levels.
Generally, when I've seen the Lycan in these kinds of scenarios, they've been pushed to the safe lane by themselves, and you try and tri-lane with Brewmaster, Ogre, and CM up at top, and then, as you say, Ogre can kind of meet up with a middle lane and try and put some pressure on the Shadowfiend as well. Do you think that's going to be the case this time?
No, yeah, I think they definitely need to do that. I think they can't respond. They need to go 3 people top for sure, and have their supports kind of have a free game to roam mid and get stuff done. If they just end up sitting under the tower with their supports, I don't know if they have a chance this game.
Yeah, it could be another laning phase elite beat down here, but we'll see what they can put out the bag. Definitely looking slightly better on the mid lane than last game should be with that TA versus Shadowfiend matchup. TA definitely capable of winning that one by herself if things go her way, but also can turn into a very skill-based matchup as well, as we've seen plenty of times in the past. Let's get into it. Game number 3 of Team Spirit versus HellRaisers here at the WePlay Bukovel Minor Qualifiers. Winner of this best of 5 series will be making it to Bukovel, to a beautiful resort of skiing, snow, and of course some great Dota and the opportunity to earn some all-important DPC points. Meanwhile, the loser gets to sit at home and watch.
Yep. And there's a pause.
As usual. This used to happen every single CIS game. I'm glad that's not the case anymore, but every single CIS game you'd cast, there'd just be a pause at the start of the game for like 3 minutes. Very annoying. Anyways, let's get into this one. So, any interesting starting items coming out? People seem to have backed away, Remember at the start of the patch, everyone seemed to be going in hard for the brace, the bucklers, the bazzies, the headdresses. Now I only really see Chen and a couple of others doing it. It seems to be out of fashion now.
There is a smoke on smoke action kind of. The Dire smoked a ward, and Radiant kind of smoked. I guess they're warding too, but they're also smoking to maybe get a kill.
Yeah, they're kind of going to wrap around each other
find
here.
Anything.
Definitely not. Gone already back towards that mid lane to try and get some blocking going on. Meanwhile, the rest of Team Spirit, the tri-lane up at top. Alright, so
I think it's going to be Venomancer offlane. And then the supports are just top now to secure the runes and get the kills. Maybe they're going to try to get the Lycan level 1. But I think they're going to end up tri-laning with the Ember. And then Venomancer solos Lycan. We'll see.
The Wolves seeing if they can maybe like deny a rune or something like that, but that's a little bit too tricky, so just gonna get some vision instead. Bouncy runes, 2 going for Team Spirit, and should be 2 going for HellRaisers as well. This side picks up the other one down at bottom. Wolf spotting out, making sure it's nice and safe for her. So, LTW all is lonesome down here to start this game off, and they're going to leave him that way, it seems, as they'll try lane around Ghost Stick on the Venomancer and try and match the aggression, which HellRaisers are going to be putting out onto them. And they're also doing the same thing and trailing around this Brewmaster. I think, although I say that, they're actually TPing the Poshka. This isn't what we wanted to happen, was it?
I'm not sure. Let's see what the supports of Spirit does, because if they do this type of setup, I think this TP is okay. I prefer like them doing this or just trialing straight up. I don't like if CM goes top. I think they're in trouble. Like dual laning at least is something, but then you kind of force Spirit to either trial lane or dual lane as well, and then yeah, you're gonna get something out of the lanes. I also don't know if you want to let Venomancer have a complete free game, right, against Lycan.
Yeah, that's true. That hero can be pretty annoying because it doesn't really matter what you do on Lycan. You can run into the fight, try and bring him down, but he's always going to be able to get his ultimate off. You have no disables, so it can be a little bit awkward. And he will control up your Lycan very nicely in lane as well, as Mposhka just steals the range creep with a Fire Blast. That's some value right there. And yeah, it doesn't look like they're settling in for this right now for the long haul. So, middle lane, it's going to be Ergon versus Nyx. And Ergon's off to a fairly decent start, but TA usually, you know, loses the first wave to Shadow Fiend and then recovers from there on out. And Ergon actually taking a couple of hits from the side blades even. And Sarv used... didn't quite have enough damage to finish off that range creep there either. So, this is always an interesting matchup to watch. I really enjoy watching TA versus Shadow Fiend at mid.
Yeah, it's a high skill matchup for sure. Can go both ways. Region top lane here.
See, it's just things like this where they're fighting for the region rune. Nyx is going to chase him all the way away from all of these creeps. And Ergon just TP's back to wave. No issues. Already back in the driving seat. And now Nyx is on the mana disadvantage here. We'll have to get some clarities, some mangoes out for him, sorry. In the courier. Ergon, though, could maybe... Oh, he's actually got that medium Shadow Rays on cooldown, so... Although, still chasing, goes to the long one and gets it, and now he's got those 3 Shadow Races stacked up into him, which means that Nyx just really cannot come up to lane until he's got Refraction back, and even then, with only the level 2, that's 4 instances of Refraction, not quite enough to bring any kind of challenge to the Shadow Fiend, so not much he can do. Has to just sit around, go to the jungle. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, RTW getting a little bit low from the harass of Sayu and Bao 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 here, as not just taking it back under tower, but doing okay, all things considered, on the Ember Spirit, 12 and 3. In fact, there's no lane which is looking super convincing right now for Red team. Maybe mid.
I think the most convincing is mid, yeah. SF is starting to take off a little bit.
Yeah, it's so crazy how like the smallest differences in this mid lane can just turn it on his head. This could easily be TA in the driving seat. Meanwhile, Sayu's courier goes down. Always sad to lose a courier. Was in the bottom lane there.
Like,
so.
after he got the regens even mid, he raised and TA had to use refraction to dodge the raise, and then all the refraction charges just kind of were gone from creeps and one right click from SF that really hurt him. And now he had to buy like extra mangoes and flasks and stuff, whereas SF, you know, he got his bottle, so his net worth is actually like 600 ahead of TA's right now. Even though the CS like maybe don't reflect that big of a lead.
Yeah, but is this just maybe the DD can make a difference? But honestly, like this is really good for Chaffee now. This is where you want to have your CM or your Ogre Magi rotating into mid, just putting some pressure into Ergon and helping Nyx win this lane back, but it's a big ask.
Yeah, DD helped a bit actually. Look at wow,
yeah, look at that.
He took a lot of damage. He got the full wave as well, so that was nice for him.
Yep, Ergon probably has to get a salve out right now. Only has the brown boots coming towards him currently, but we'll be doing that in a second. So yeah, really tug of war in the middle lane, but still Ergon's small advantage. Who jungles better?
It's around the same. I think maybe TA a little bit better just because she doesn't have to use mana.
Yeah, and she can take ancients
as
as
much.
well.
Radiant structures are fortified. This'll come in handy.
Alright, 5-minute bounty runes, and it's going to be Team Spirit getting themselves... Oh, wait, no, that's one bottled. Always got to look out for those, don't you? Bottled bounty runes. Looks like one of them got denied. Well, Team Spirit get 2. And, oh no, RTW didn't lose them on... Oh, no, look. Yeah, so 3 to Team Spirit. Brain just catching up.
But as the lanes has progressed, the Dire is looking okay now. In CS, slightly ahead in the side lanes, so
yeah, they're pulling it back a little bit.
Game this time around. Lycan also don't really care about this lane.
Yeah, he's doing well for himself actually. He's just kind of sitting here. The Ogre really hasn't been that involved. He's actually managed to find some time to go and make stacks. Now 3 stacks in that medium camp, but they're trying to put on the pressure onto him now. Stick closing the gap. Misha throws in the stun as well. Maposhka going to turn up. Is he too late? No, he's not. He'll force them back off, and Elmo going to have to sit up a little bit, wait for his regen to come back, which is going to have to wait for the Poison Sting to run out. Very boring.
Yeah, I mean, he has very high regen on Lycan, so you kind of have to kill him every time you go on him. Like, just harassing him is not really going to cut it.
Especially when your Ogre's there ready with a salve. Healing Lycan right the way back up, and yeah, could easily...
I think Lycan with CMora is also like more underrated heroes, because the Wolves, they do cost a lot of mana, and without the CMora, he doesn't actually have any mana regen, so it's quite nice for him.
Yeah, he's played the lane aggro really well as well, just using the Lycan walls to steal the creeps past the catapult, things like that. Small things just to get an advantage in the tight matchups. Meanwhile, Nyx is farming. Misha really, really deep right now, as he's got this Observer Ward down. And Maposhka should be able to deward this one. Oh no, he doesn't have a Quelling Blade. TA is going to have to come and deal with that. Yeah, TA didn't actually stay in lane though. They're going to look towards Sayu instead. The slope, not quite enough to keep this stun from coming off on Sayu. But Sayu now turning it around. Misha's going to be the new target, but Immersion. He's began blocked up by Sayu not quite nicely now. And the stun, the Fire Blast, the kills there from Nyx. And 7 minutes 30 in. And we have our first blood for 3-2-2 gold. Someone trying to tell us something?
Oh, that was a neutral item. The mango tree taken by ILTW, even though it was Bao who clapped the creeps and got the drop.
Yeah, that's a pretty big... Oh, they've got double mango trees! Wait, Shadowfiend picked his up, right? Oh, he planted his immediately. Okay. I can just get a mango tree plantation.
Where is it? Oh, it's here. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it's by the shrine.
Double mango tree, man. That's a lot of vision. And mangoes.
It's a lot of vision, you're right. It is a lot of mangoes. What's the plan then? Immersion sitting with the second one. Bao being pinged out a little bit here.
But like this game, for example, you see the Sven, he hasn't been nearly as effective last game because he hasn't gotten any kills. So he just has a raindrops right now and a stick. No boots yet. And I mean, the third spell is pretty as good as it might be. It's bottom lane, there's a split, by the way.
Yeah, to dodge the Inkswell. And now try and dive past, go on to Immersion here. Immersion getting right under the tower, but the Spirits, they're going to happily keep on diving this one. I don't think Grimstro's getting out of this one okay, because the ILTW went off to go and deal with other stuff. Although he's got the wand, now turning it around, and Misha's TP'd in. He gets that Primal Split broken, and now gotta deal with the Thunder. However, they did throw LTW up into the air, but he's level 6, can close the gap. Inkswell chains coming out. Bao should be dropping. Sleight of Fist available, but Immersion will grab the kill with the Stroke of Fate.
Yeah. Meanwhile, top the Venomous ended up going down to like an ultimate. Can probably imagine what that looked like, even though it was missed.
Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's just this game looks pretty good for Dire right now, even though because Lycan is very happy. Same for TA. They're gonna have really strong timing with Brew Split back in the map. The question is how strong this SF hero really does much physical damage and this kind of strong timing. He does almost have a drum, so he's pretty far in himself top net worth, but that can easily change if he starts dying.
Meanwhile, Nyx is going to be jungling pretty fast with an Iron Talon now picked up on her as well, so can rip through this jungle, get himself a bunch of CS. We'll turn over to net worth to just see exactly where we stand, but it's still very close between these two mid lanes in the end. Meanwhile, down at bottom, they get a kill onto Bao. Maybe looking for more here as Ogun and LTW team up. Can they go for more, though? Elmo's actually turning up to this one. He's got the shapeshift in 8 seconds. LTW has to go on the run, but the turnaround is there. A stun and 2 raises for Poshka. Getting caught out. There's a chains coming out onto Elmo here. Can they finish the job? I don't think so, though. Elmo's back up under the tower.
They're gonna get the outpost here as well.
Yeah, Ghostic having already taken top, and LTW grabs bottom as well. That's going to deny the XP from the HellRaisers. Never feels good to lose your XP like that.
Dire looks to be getting mid tower here. No, they won't actually get it. They're gonna get it denied by the looks of it.
Yeah,
No, it's
TA's
not
like,
barely
oh, 1
deniable.
HP. 1 HP is all stopping you from getting denied. And they actually might call this TA with her pants down right now. She hasn't got refraction on her. And there's your Razors coming through. Need a little bit more damage. Is there a stroke of fate? No, there is not. 2 seconds. Nyx will have the refraction in 2 seconds. Oh, doesn't dodge it out. And that is Nyx taking a fall here in the middle lane. And that's a biggie. Now look over towards Ergon as well. He tries to queue up the ultimate, but the damage is coming down. Split's going to be used, keeping him from getting off this ulti. Most can just keep slapping away at him. They're not going to throw him up into the air though, so they threw out the Grimstroke instead. Ergon's still fighting, but the multicast and the Fire Blast, they will be able to finish this kill. Elmo's actually going to grab it, coming into the fight with Shapeshift. Emergen's going to be the next target. He's not going to last very long either. Elmo just going through heroes right now, and the tower will belong to them, and maybe Mishra as well. They're pinging him. They want to go. Bow, bow, bow. Not backing out. ILTW waiting on the other side of the trees, though, trying to punish here, perhaps, as the chains come down onto the Brewmaster. Brewmaster needs to get himself away from this one. Maposhka backing him up as well, but I think Bow, bow, bow is going to be okay, although maybe not actually. Stun comes out. Oh, the Venom's here as well. Never mind. Bow, bow, bow. Good night, sir. Turns around for the thunderclap and says good night.
Yeah, questionable chase there at the end. But like kind of trading mid laners there. Both TA and SF going down. Like TA dying is probably the bigger deal because I feel like it should be a lot harder for him to die this game.
Dire's bottom tower is under
They did end up getting the mid tower, which was quite big. And Lycan got both kills, so he's very farmed now. He has a book 1 ready to go. Yeah, just needs to buy it.
Basically a library. We don't have very good libraries in England. Only one book. It's a rough life. Where are you from, Missouri, by the way?
I am Danish.
I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to get it wrong. Especially Scandinavian countries, you know, you guys always... Actually, is Danish considered Scandinavian?
Yeah.
All I know about Scandinavian countries is that you guys like to make fun of Finland.
Do we? I think I mean
I've
maybe
got a
that's
Swedish
more like
friend.
a Norway thing. I'm not sure. I think for Denmark we like to make fun of Germans and Swedish people. I think for the most part.
The Swedes say
Maybe
they like to make
Norwegians
fun of
a
the
little bit
Finns.
because
So.
I mean that is our neighboring countries. Like Finland is like we know nothing about Finland. Pretty much.
who even are they?
Yeah.
All right, fair
But
enough.
it's like a 1 hour flight, 1.5.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, the geography gets really weird up there anyways. Also, it's weird like learning about how inaccurate the kind of global map is when you actually look at it because of like the way, you know, the Earth's a globe obviously and the global map doesn't reflect that very well. So it makes Canada look huge when it is big, but it's not like really, really big. And stuff like that. It's quite interesting. Anyway, back to the game. HellRaisers, they're going for a smoke.
They are.
Smoking
They're gonna look to
kills.
Roche here.
Roshan.
I feel like this is very, very risky. Like Bird are all surrounding the Roche pit right now, and they don't see any hero.
They're sending a courier in, but they're not. It's just so.
Wow.
Oh my god. See you later, Roshan. See you later, courier. Misha gives his courier for the chase as well. I mean, it's a double meld with the Desolator, and then Lycan comes in with a Howl as well. You know, that still gives. Oh, it doesn't give damage anymore. It actually gives damage reduction. But Feral Impulse helps, I guess.
That wasn't actually so risky, just because it died so incredibly fast that.
Buff Roshan. My guy's like a homeless guy on the side of the street right now.
Yeah. Nothing like a Desolator TA killing Roshan. What do we have on Brew? There are Vlad's coming out. That's nice. Lycan is gonna take this bot tower very fast too. And
Yeah,
they're also
HellRaisers.
looking to be in a position where they could defend mid tower, maybe.
There is a ping out, but it's already pretty damn low. Meemaw stun forward onto the Brew. Can they bring him down before the split? He doesn't actually have the split, so this will be an easy one. They find him in the jungle, and yeah, I don't think there's much defending this middle tower anymore. It will fall, as does the bottom tower. Ghostic takes mid, Elmo takes bottom, and everything is balanced in the world. Things gonna be alright here. Yeah, they're a little bit hesitant going on this one. Nyx has the blink as well, so he can just refraction, get himself away. Aegis target right under like 3 TP points basically. It's never a pretty option.
Dire's top
Who's this
tower is
LTW
under
even getting
attack.
in on the push train as well? Getting some damage on the tier 2. HellRaisers, they are gathering up here, and Misha
They are.
getting a little bit too close for comfort. Stun comes out. There's a shapeshift being popped by Elmo really early on here, but they will be able to stun up Misha, and now with the Hellbat Smasher onto him as well, Elmo should be able to close the gap. His creep's just doing it anyway. No worries. And now they look over towards Immersion as well. Immersion's going to be the next target. Oh, there's a crit. Nicely done. Move on to the Venomancer, just queuing them up one by one by one. The Lycan train is leaving the station. ILTW is going to be the next port of call, and he's going to go one way, juke them out with the Remnant to the other. And that's pretty nice, actually. I think they're a little bit scared. Oh, he's come back in. LTW, no, what is this? He's now going to get back across to his Remnant. Maposhka is waiting. Stun comes out, but he will be able to get himself over to the other side. A very, very, very slow Remnant, though. He doesn't know what to do with himself. Up onto the high ground, Maposhka sees him. He's got a Fire Blast. There comes the Mordecast. Maposhka gets the kill. Good night, ILTW. Trying to play them a little bit too hard there. Maybe should have just accepted the fact that he got away, but instead tried to, you know, unzip his pants and play around with HellRaiser a little bit too much.
That was a very bad death actually, because now it kind of gives HellRaisers a tier 2 for free, as well as being able to just stay in this area, because they can even wait out Lycan ult now.
Yeah,
Even though
absolutely.
it's a very long cooldown, level 1, but like they should definitely stay here. Like again, they're doing this weird TPs where they TP away. They should just stay in this area and work with this TA with Aegis. He instant kills any hero right now. But again, they do this move we saw yesterday where they split up and they don't do anything. And now it's kind of up to Team Spirit to go and catch them. And they can be the aggressors very easily now.
My
SF does have
criticism
a
is
fresh
that-
BKB, but that shouldn't really matter against TA.
I feel like HellRaisers play Dota. Oh, hold on. We've got to go onto the Templar Assassin. She does have this Aegis, but with nobody coming around, she's going to die
There's
once
Lycan, though.
very easily. Lycan coming in,
Lycan.
though. Oh, my God. Misha just disappears. Ultimate comes out from the Shadow Fiend. And the fight kind of takes a bit of a break. Even though the BKB's popped from Ergon, HellRaisers aren't really looking to engage too heavily onto us. Now the BKB's over, they can look towards the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend being popped really quickly here. Elmo without his ulti, but still able to do a ton of damage in these fights. And they can get back to dealing with Ghosty. The Venomancer dropped as well. HellRaisers feeling very, very strong as Team Spirit try to take an engagement in the middle lane. And it just goes terribly for them.
Yeah, I mean, they got the fight they needed or wanted anyways, because Spirit runs down mid and doesn't, you know, they're not really ready. And they're still an 80s on TA, so it ended up well for them.
Yeah.
But
Radiant's top
yeah, it looks hard, like we talked about this Lycan TA timing with all these auras again with the Vlads and Helm of the Dominator. It's pretty hard to stop, and suddenly this first pick Shadow Fiend, it doesn't look that effective. Like he's queued up AC as his second item. It's this BKB does nothing.
Yeah, it kind of felt like it was either going to be Ergon or Templar Assassin who are going to be the big tempo controllers of this game, and as Templar Assassin gets another kill in the mid lane, it definitely seems to be Nyx who is the big boy in this game.
I wonder if you're in this type of game as Shadow Fiend. Obviously, he has an Ember which is also magical damage as a carry, but maybe he should have gone for the Yule's Ghost Scepter type of build this game, because BKB is sort of pointless against Lycan TA.
Yeah.
You know, they will just man fight you. And yeah, I mean, is AC really gonna change anything? You're still gonna be that guy who gets. Yeah. Alright. Well, they're
Sai is
getting an
like,
outpost at least.
yeah, get out of there,
Alright.
Sai. That's nothing you could do here. Don't give your life for this.
Yeah.
Philosopher's Stone on him, by the way. That's going to be a nice little bit of GPM bonus.
blessings. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Look at bot lane. Like
Oh my
almost
God, the
taking a full
tower.
tier 2 down.
Yeah, I mean, Team Spirit, all they wanted was an outpost, and they end up trading so much HP on their tower for this one, just because the Lycan spends about 30 seconds there. It's insane. This hero, when he has control of the map, Lycan feels like one of the strongest heroes.
For sure. I mean, his biggest weakness, I will say, it's kind of his laning phase, right?
Radiant
Like if he doesn't properly bullied in lane, he does have his third spell, which is quite good against to sustain himself. But if he gets away with his laning phase, the hero is very good. right now.
Very hard to disagree. Growth bow
And
found
in this
by the
game,
Ember.
there is no real counter to him. Like the most counter you have in this game is probably like Grimstroke Ultimate, or like some Sven stun. You know, like it's actually very weak. So it's kind of a free liking game. He can just run at people and do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
He almost has BKB as well.
Even if you get stunned by the Sven, the follow-up damage is very difficult to come by. I just wanted to mention that Shadow Fiend has picked up a Growth Bow, which is actually a fantastic item on Ergon. There's not many heroes that love... Oh dear, LTW... Oh, okay, see ya. Never mind, he's fine. I think. Yeah, he's good. Cinderbree's not going to take him off. But yeah, he's one of the best hero on it because of the Magic Amp, the passive, reducing the magic resistance of an attacked enemy by 12%. So you just attack them once and all of a sudden the Raisers are going to feel like they're doing absolutely insane amounts of damage. Okay, there's a 40 gold for you, Ergon, I guess. But HellRaisers are doing a fairly good job of occupying the enemy side of the map. They're definitely putting the pressure on a little bit now.
They're playing quite well this game. They also have very nice cores to play around. Like the Brewmaster he's not that scared, you know, he's standing on that high ground. He doesn't feel scared. Same for TA. It's kind of Team Spirit who has to be scared with their cores. So that always feels good when you're the one who can kind of run at the enemy. They're gonna take the last tier 2 here uncontested, I feel. And this is, I don't know, maybe they learned some stuff from the other day. Was it yesterday? Where they had this TA timing. Because they're playing well around it right now.
Nyx just continues tapping away at this tower, even though the fortifiers actually come out, which is going to heal it up nice and quickly. But, you know, they did all that through back doors, and now that the creeps arrive, it's not going to take them long to get through it. The final outer tower of Team Spirit has just dropped. HellRaisers in a commanding position, and you can tell by this trap that they've got one thing on their minds right now, and it's Roshan.
It's a pretty good game for them, honestly, because they also killed Roshan so early with that smoke that it's about to... Is it about to be able to spawn, or is it about to spawn?
Yeah, in 20 seconds it's about to respawn with Aegis and Cheese.
Yeah. So realistically, they took all tier 2s, and second row is almost gonna be spawning as they do that, and that the second Rosh is kind of how they're gonna end the game. So it's kind of perfect timing, and they don't really have to do anything except just play around the area where Tia and Ogre are walking in right now, and just try not to split up too much away from Rosh. To be fair though, the Spirit also has a hard time taking Rosh this game, so... And it's up already.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hole, although I've seen Shadow Fiends make Rosh a little bit easier than is normal in Nyx. There's a double meld, the extra armor. Oh, minus 15 armor on Roshan with the Desolator as well. Very good. See you later, Roshan. He's not going to be lasting too long for this one. Oh, they're going to come and help out as well. There is a response slowly coming in from Team Spirit. Will they be there in time? No, they will not, because Roshan is dying in seconds. They just picked up by Nyx, and that's going to be the end of that. Team Spirit.
It's not that easy to go maybe high ground straight up. I think you maybe could, but like the Venom wards are going to be a bit annoying, and the Grimstroke, Stroke of Fate spam. So you want to ideally try to like catch them and take a fight outside the base, see if you can kill some heroes, and then go high ground, then jump them in the base. You could try to do some stuff like Brewmaster splits, and then the TA and Lycan just kills buildings. That is one way to do it. If they have kept track of the glyph, they know the glyph is not up as well, so they could do that right now, and it would be
LTW going for the steal here, but unfortunately he's going to get caught out, stunned up, and he's going to get himself away. Will not be able to steal the outpost though and get himself some valuable XP for his team. Really close there. I mean, it's a nice place to try and do that. You know, if you could just get in there nice and quickly, if you've got a blink hero or if you use a smoke, and try and grab an outpost. And there's no way they can take it off you, or third eye drops for the
I like the fact that they went for those TPs to cancel the fact that he was going for the up, because you could have gotten a bit arrogant there and then just gone for the push straight up top lane there. But if you end up losing that fight and then you also lost an outpost, it can be really bad. You just kind of create more space for yourself to get a better opportunity.
Yeah, it's very nice discipline from HR, but you know we know this team is disciplined. It's actually the opposite, which we sometimes have a problem with them with, is when they just need to go divine, you know, and get up on that high ground. But right now, I think they're playing this game, as you say, to a measured pace. Maybe letting Team Spirit have a little bit too much distance on the map. Shadowfiend has
like
actually
they
managed
can
to finish this AC.
Like I said before, I feel like they can just blue split right now. Kill the creeps, blue split. You put Venomance in the air or something like that and just start hitting the buildings.
Yeah.
And then if somebody comes to contest them, they can do the jump with TA. Or you wait for the Venomance to put up a lot of snakes in one lane and you go for the other. Like they might be thinking about doing right now.
Yeah.
Or they're just gonna contain them in their base. That's also fine. Ogre has a gem already.
Tricky to do against Ember though. I mean, this guy, he's been able to get pretty far. You know, it's always difficult to keep an Ember in base, basically. And I know he sees all these creeps, but he just wants to farm these guys up. And wow, Leica just lets them die. Doesn't care about them. I mean, that's a really nice little chunk of gold for RTW though.
Yeah, Ember is actually pretty farmed. He has the Shivas already. Oh, SFBK beat bottom because he knew he was kind of in trouble there.
Yeah, to be fair, it was a good BKB. A little bit extreme, but I mean, when the Wolves are attacking him and Sayo's on his way, you know, there's no other way for the Shadowfiend to get out of that one. So, with the BKB on cooldown, is that going to be a big enough opening for HellRaisers? Well, it seems not. They're still holding on.
They have the armor from Sven, then they have AC, and they have God, they have obviously Buckler, Guardian Greaves, as well as the tower armor buff. So they do have a lot of armor on their heroes. It might actually be a decent fight for them on their high ground.
Alright, Shapeshift is out, and Sven's trying to deal with the creeps as best he can, and I think he is able to deal with pretty much most of them. There's just one Necro unit remaining, and Elmo, he's on the run. Meanwhile, the split comes in, though. They're actually going for mid, trying to juke him around a little bit here quite nicely. Now ILTW comes in, Nick's backing out. Brew, he's going to force a split out of them. The leash comes out. Meanwhile, stuns being thrown to both the... That's interesting. Both the Earth Panda and the Flame Panda, even though they didn't look to be linked together, but apparently they were. Nevertheless, Enchanted Quiver for TA. Very nice item on TA. Pretty much TA's quiver. She's kind of stupid when she fires lasers out of her hands, but there you go.
But the Aegis is gonna run out, I guess, soon.
Plague our enemies.
Yeah, in 30 seconds. And, well, Spirit smokes up, maybe a bit premature here.
They're really going for this right now, but the Brewery doesn't have the split available. They know this, and they want to try and take advantage of it. The stun comes in. Next comes into the backline. Sayo with the BKB ultimate in the middle of everybody. Bow, bow, bow. It's going to be dropped. They turn their attention over towards Misha. Misha not getting out of this one alive. Team Spirit take the first second loss off the fight. Slows come down, buyback on Misha. They want to try and take this one. RTW, though, sitting on the front lines. BK beat Elmo, just taking chunks out of Ergon. They've taken down the Shadowfiend. Aegis has been popped at just the right time as Ghosted gets one shot. Emergent trying to go for the TP out here. Should be successful as ILTW plays on the sidelines. Misha's going to be the next target, though. Stun comes out onto the Lycan, but unfortunately, I think it might be the end for Misha as the damage from Nyx comes through. One more will do the job, and it's a triple kill for Nyx. The TA tears this fight wide open, and HellRaisers, once again, we've seen this before. Team Spirit get a little bit careless, trying to play a little bit too early before that Aegis is actually running out, and they get the kill onto TA, but she just comes straight back to life, and they can only get themselves two very, very low consequence kills and lose so much for themselves as well. And HR, they're on the high ground. They're going to take down a tier 3. Where is your response, Team Spirit?
You can try to kill the creeps maybe, but yeah. Looks like you're gonna have to give up some buildings here for sure.
Well, LTW says no, he's coming in, and they throw down the chains onto both of them here. Soulbind is out. However, it's just kind of a slow more than anything. It's going to be 12 seconds till the Shadowfiend's out, so any actual kill potential should not be here, though. RTW, he's still playing around a little bit, looking for some heroes. Yeah, it's gone. Elmo does grab it. Nice little micro from him, and a nice little cheese as well. And guess what? He's also got spider legs if he wants to just get over some terrain. And here we go. Oh, okay. Immediately cancelled out those RTWs on top of him here. Not the best usage, I would say, as Lycan's going to get run down. Doggy put to sleep. And that is a little bit sloppy from HellRaisers there, as they lose their Lycan. But they do manage to take the middle melee barracks at least, but still. I mean, that's Elmo dying and ILTW getting 730 gold for his 8-time kill streak there.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few things to talk about, like the fact that CM has a BKB this early. It's pretty cool.
Kind of glossed over that fact in the team fight. It was all of a sudden,
yeah.
like, oh, okay, I guess Sayu's here dropping ulti on everyone. Cool.
Also, like, they smoked before the Aegis was running out, right? But they also kind of go on this Brewmaster without ultimate, but he's very tanky, and I don't know if that's the focus or one I initiate on, because he's kind of, even without his ultimate, he's kind of just this meat shield kind of guy. Like, he doesn't really offer that much in the team fight, apart from the auras and the little bit of damage. And when you use everything on him, like your BKB and your Sven stuns and, you know, whatever else spells you have, then suddenly the Lycan and the TA gets kind of a free reign to kill everyone. But yeah, I mean, the smoke again, like 30 seconds, Aegis is running out, and you smoke up at that point straight into the TA with Aegis.
Yeah, kind of misjudging their timings a little bit. It's like, it'll take us about 30 seconds to get across the map. It took about 10. And then things got very, very sticky very quickly for Team Spirit. But they do get the chance to reset with that Lycan kill, so game not quite over just yet for them. HellRaisers still very much, though. They have the ball, and they're looking to get that ace, get that knockout serve onto Team Spirit. 32 minutes in this one. Going a little bit later than the other two games, that's for sure.
Guess we're gonna wait for another Roshan.
Yeah, gonna be a little while. You say that though. Team Spirit, they're coming down. They're looking for these Necro units. Meanwhile, the rest of HR might find a jump, but killing LTW is actually very, very hard right now. They're kind of respecting him quite a lot. And just sticking his head into the pit to make sure that that Plague Ward isn't lying. Bottom lane's pushing in a little bit though. Someone will have to come back and deal with this, but to be honest, I don't think Team Spirit really want an engagement here. They're just looking to make sure that HellRaisers weren't taking Roche, right?
Yeah, I mean they're also I don't like the timer on Roche or Aegis, because they're still sitting here and Roshan cannot spawn yet. And same for the Aegis timer earlier, but nonetheless, the next, like the most important thing about in this game probably is gonna come down to Roshan, right? I like the Ember build this game. The Shiva's got super early here is very value. I also think he's kind of becoming a problem for them because he is so elusive and tanky with the Aghanims now as well. Closing in on 25. They don't exactly have a lot of lockdown. Just raw damage.
Yeah, it's all in on the raw damage, that's for sure. But it's a way to play. Can't kill heroes if you can't do damage.
TA is gonna have his melt bash soon. And Lycan, he's gonna go AC.
What's
yeah,
the
I mean, they can't really
Dispel?
kill this Ember realistically.
Melt Dispel gets rid of chains, right? It's gonna get rid of
Yeah.
chains, Gale, Poison Touch. Yeah, some decent stuff, I'd say.
Yeah, it's pretty good this game. What's the other talent? Armor reduction. Yeah. It's also pretty good, but I mean, it's like the melt dispels almost works like a secondary BKB in this game, right? Like when you get changed, you can just melt, remove it.
Yeah, almost like
Whereas
a little low sword when
in
you
certain scenarios, if you don't have it, then you might just be stuck there for 3-4 seconds. Depending on the talent. Ember took the Searing Chains talent, so yeah, it's 4 seconds chains, so it's definitely the right play, I think, to take that talent.
Lot of value in this game. A lot of value. So yeah, we're just kind of seeing HR play a roundabout game, and now both teams realizing Roshan is up. Team Spirit going in with the D-wards though, but they're immediately engaging onto Misha right now, and Misha, he's getting beaten down pretty quick, but does have the mech, does have the spider legs to play around Roche as well, but the creeps are on top of him. Misha getting forced around and chomped at by Elmo. Now, well, Elmo's going to turn around here. Immersion just gets the leash onto 2. Meanwhile, Shadowfiend uses his ultimate on the sidelines, just trying to reduce a bit of the damage output, but Immersion, he's not going to be able to survive the one, and they just turn around and eat him apart. Ergon is gone, and they're looking forward for more here. Elmo leading the charge. They go forward onto ILTW. ILTW has the Yules. There's also a Poison Nova coming out from Ghostic, trying to hold them still. TA's getting kind of low here. Maybe they can pick her off the backlines, but she's still got that BKB ready to roll. Gonna have to pop it to get herself to safety, as well as the Refraction. HR, though, they're able to just kind of reset, use this shrine, get your health back, and get back involved. Meanwhile, Team Spirit, if they try to go this Roshan, I feel like this is going to be a huge mistake. But maybe, just maybe, they can hold HellRaisers back. Sven is going to be back in 5 seconds. HellRaisers, though, they're gathering around the pit, and they're going to try and use these little doggies to clear off the Plague Wards. Meanwhile, creeps pouring into the middle lane, trying to take down that range barracks. So, Team Spirit have got multiple things to worry about right now. Is this fight just going to be diffused?
No. Spirit's gonna try to force it, right? Because there's no Bruce split, I guess, but I feel like it doesn't matter. I think HellRaisers should still be able to fight this.
They have Shapeshift back up again. On the
They also have BKB again on
and
CM.
there they go, holding them back on the far side of the pit with that Searing Chains. Nicely done from ILTW, but again, Team Spirit feeling forced back out here, playing it very cautiously around this pit as they have to. This fight could decide the entire game.
TA's BKB is up again. CM ult is up again as well. This is gonna be bad for Spirit, I feel.
And they go. Nyx getting into the pit. They're going to try and go for the steal here. CM dropping the ultimate into the middle of everybody. Roshan goes down. Aegis in the hands of Nyx. They managed to get the steal and bring down Erg on the process as well. Misha trying to get up to the high ground, but he's going to play them around with the spider legs quite nicely. Meanwhile, Amber trying to get himself to safety. Elmo trying to chase, though. I think he's actually out of remnants. ILTW has no way out of this. The Ember Spirit is going to fall as well here. That's going to make 2 of the big cores taken down, along with Roshan, along with the cheese, along with a refresher chard as well. Actually, I'm not quite sure who grabbed the cheese in that one. It maybe belongs to someone in Team Spirit. Maybe it got used in the fight. I don't think... I'm sure on that one.
I didn't see. Looks like it might have been used.
Yeah, must have been. So the refresher shard on...
Shadow Fiend there, like, I didn't even see him. He's just gone. 1 second.
Yeah, into the pit they go and just blast him through in a matter of
I think he might have died in 1 melt hit.
Well, I mean, when you look at all the anti-armor auras, you know, they've got the AC, they've got the, there's a Bruce split coming on the front lines, and ILTW being controlled up nicely, but he does have a remnant out, so should be able to get away if he wants to. Meanwhile, Soulbind comes out onto 2 heroes, the double stun from the Sven, but the BKB from the CM gonna stop her taking it. Meanwhile, Nyx goes on the backlines, takes down the Sven, looking forward for more. That's gonna be Emergent dropping as well. HellRaisers in a really good position right now, but they've got to be careful. They're running out of HP, but they also have an Aegis on the TA anyway, so they'll be able to stay for this barracks, get themselves out to safety. Stun onto Bao. Maybe this will be someone here, but HellRaisers, they're not leaving anybody behind. Coming forwards, just making sure their Brewmaster gets out to safety. Brothers in Arms walking away from the damage they've done in the Radiant base. And it looks like they might not be going for the reset here as Elmo's TPing back in. Top lane. Maybe? Maybe not. No, the Cool comes in just to take the shrines instead. Play it carefully. Play it slowly. Shadow Fiend's going to be back. You've got to be careful. So I'm not absolutely certain if this is what happened in Roshan, right? But what could have happened is if TA goes for the Meld Strike hit on Roche himself to try and get the last hit on Roshan, because both teams' anti-armor auras affect Roche, he would have been on some crazy anti-armor level, you know, with the AC and the presence of the Dark Lord. And then you've got the Desolator on the TA. So it could have been possible that Roshan was super low on...
Well,
armor,
I mean,
and then the side blades
Roshan
come
was like
cut through them.
like, very low, but I meant SF. SF was like, even though he has this AC, is like he still dies.
Yeah, but the
He
side
feels
blades
like
sort
a
of cut
range.
through
He
Roche,
feels
right?
like a range
Onto
creep.
him. I'm not sure. He seemed to die like inhumanly fast in that fight though. Like he was just there doing Roche on like 75%, then just nothing.
Yeah, well, I think he died in 1 melt Daedalus crit. Just,
Oh, just to him, right? Okay. Not through Roche. Well, Team Spirit, they get one more chance to defend this one. One more chance to try and hold, and there's a Poison Nova coming out, but Venomancer will give his life for this one, although the Femel actually gets himself away with the 4-staff out. Quite nicely done. Meanwhile, Bao just popped the BKB, harassing the Team Spirit heroes in the backlines, waiting to use that Primal Split, and now he throws it out. Meanwhile, in comes the Spirit Link, but Nyx just deals with Ghostic. Ghostic buys back immediately into this one. Meanwhile, Ergon on the front lines trying to fight up, but now the BKB is over, and they've got him dead to rights. Down goes Ergon once again. 90 seconds, no buyback on this hero. Nyx is kind of low, but he's the one holding the Aegis, so it doesn't really matter if he goes down right now, and RTW will finish the job, but now he's stunned up. How do they catch him on the front lines here? Could be in some danger. Does have the Remnant away. Meanwhile, Elmo also not really healthy, but they're trying to get the barracks here, and they will be able to bring it down. That's Mega Creeps for HellRaisers. The game now gets hard, if not Impossible, perhaps, as Bao beaten inside his base by ILTW, Misha and Ghost Stick. They will get one exit kill here at the very least, but HellRaisers happy to reset. They've got the Megas, they've got this game in the bag. All they need to do now is wait for a bit, maybe farm up some of these fancy items, as they've now got a Flicker, one of my favorite level 4 items.
Never tried it,
Radiant are scared.
but
It's very fun.
makes you blink.
4-second blink. Oh, sorry, 5-second blink. Random
Okay,
direction.
Brewmaster buys back. They want to end this game right now.
All right. I mean, there's no buyback on the Shadow Fiend, no buyback on the Grimstrike, but I don't think
Oh,
they
the
can take
Wolves.
the base in 30 seconds unless everybody from Team Spirit instantly dies, which, to be honest, could be possible. They've got no split.
Yeah, there's no cliff fighter though, so
True.
I don't know if they ever have damage.
And immediately unleashing onto ILTW. ILTW has to be saved here, but the damage just following him through. They chase him through the fight. That's him dead. Misha as well. Okay, well, unfortunately, Team Spirit do instantly die despite my best predictions, and down they will go, diving the fountain. HellRaisers take game number 2 from Team Spirit, now only 1 game away from qualifying to the minor and pulling off a bit of an upset, I'd say, here in the lower bracket.